Tokenizing real-world assets. Let's talk about leveraged or margin finance. Brokers can trade on leverage, and also hedge funds famously trade on leverage, where effectively you post a certain amount of securities as collateral and then borrow n times of the money, which then buys more securities. So you can multiply up your returns, and you hope that your returns on the multiple is greater than the cost of financing. The problem with that is that it requires the capture of collateral, the rehypothecation of that collateral, the payable receivable to return it to the rightful owners, but also the lending and borrowing of the cash, the payable receivables there. And blockchains can only record pre-funded or pre-sourced positions. So they really are not in a position to record leverage or margin finance. And that's because they're perpetual state change logs, which are showing pre-funded or pre-sourced transfers as a perpetual state change log up until the current day. But they can't record a future dated payable receivable. Now, you might have a smart contract that says, well, in this day in the future, you will owe this much back based on a calculation, but that's only going to post the funds when they're required. It's not going to be able to accrue them or project them. So how do you manage your cash flow for a mark-to-market based on securities or cash? So without those payable receivables on chain, you're sort of left with a small fraction of all the transactions you really need to capture with leverage or margin finance. Now, L4S Core's Tapestry X, with double entry accounting, with reconcile and archival periods, and future dated payable receivables on chain, can capture the full life cycle and controls risk and credit management of accounting, all on chain. So if you want to understand how we've solved that, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.